Mr. Davis for an excellent report. I found that both TTIP and CETA agreements include proposals that can cause major negative consequences for the countries in focus. They are clearly oriented towards increased privatization, deregulation, and weakened legislation in a number of areas. In the long run, it can have negative impact in terms of agriculture, food security, climate, environment, energy, public service, and workers' rights. It is clear that the only real winners are big business. The agreement has therefore rightly and not surprisingly been met with widespread criticism from trade unions, environmental and consumer organizations, to name a few. One of the most controversial parts of the agreement is the proposal for investment protection and dispute settlement mechanism. Even if it's new discussed as the EU's investment court system model, it will grant foreign companies the right to sue European states if they believe that laws or measures of the EU and any member states have damaged their investments and reduced their expected profits. Moreover, transparency around the negotiation and the ability to influence them has been very limited. In 92% of all stakeholders meeting the EU Commission held when preparing for the TTIP, only companies were heard. It is not acceptable that the general public is not allowed to see any of the official agreement's text until the negotiations are finished. Parliamentarians are only allowed to read these long texts in especially designed reading rooms and are not allowed to inform the general public about the findings. There are many worrying signs if these agreements are made reality. Food quality standards and consumer production could be weakened. US standards on food and many other products are often weaker than in Europe. Another thing that could be a reality is that workers' rights and jobs would be endangered. The United States still refuses to recognize basic rights for the employees. The United States has only ratified 2 out of the 8 ILO core labor standards, which could have negative consequences for both jobs and union rights in Europe. I would like to underline that I'm not against trade, nor I am in favor of trade barriers. What is important, however, is that we need to establish a fair trade policy that does not worsen the situation for the citizens of the countries involved. We all need to work for a fair and just trade policy that benefits the society as a whole, people, animals, the environment, and increased social benefit. This should be more important than huge profits of large companies. Thank you.